here we are going straight into it. So rather than starting on traditional hole 1, this tournament starts off on hole 18, par 3, 229 feet. Now keep in mind, folks, as we see this drone preview, there's going to be a holographic basket popping up here on some of these fairways as the final round basket positions have been moved from round 1 and round 2. So the baskets you'll see here are from the previous round. And we see the rest of it. It looks like you walk away with your 2. Everyone else with par, and Joe gets his 4. And here we are into hole 19, par 3, 257. And as you see here on the right side of your screen, the baskets move to be closer. The parking lot is now closed for the final round for obvious reasons.
You can just see the basket right of the tree, Y-shaped tree there on the right. It's just back to even. Started it back up on hole 3.
And here we are into hole 20, par 3, 338. Another basket position change, as you see here, a little farther back. And again, there is a path there just beyond the basket that is. So thanks again to Chris Lemieux out there. Okay, here we are, hole 21, the third most difficult hole of the course, par 3, 314, and it's because of the new placement. As you see here, the position is now based up on another terrace that's pretty much guarded by trees, and I mean, of course, and Tony also getting himself a birdie as well. I mean, from a much difficult position, but nicely played by you two. And here we are into hole 1, par 3, 440. Again, another basket that has moved way back. You got OB on this right-hand side, defined by the orange flags.
Yeah, now looking back and seeing that 304, I don't feel so bad.
Sure. And here we are, another fun one. Hole 2, par 3, 293 feet. This basket is moved to a tree stump with basically, I guess you want to call it an island. I mean, that path is...
You're that close, and it just didn't get the count.
Hole 3, par 3, 401 feet. And as you saw there, that red arrow flashing, this is a completely different basket location. Really just, it creates a whole new fairway, doesn't it?
It does. It can be used for this hole if you choose this and think you're highest.
By Jasmine. Here we are. Hole 4, par 3, 260. We have a different tee position and a different basket position. So it has been shortened. And as you see here, the new basket placement is right underneath these two trees. So now the landing zone is definitely...
Don't want to be a distraction to any of the players. You know, we want fair play here.
Right, and here we are on our final hole of the front 9. Hole A, temporary hole, par 3, 321 feet with OB all over the place. That road is OB, we have OB on our right side, and we even have out of bounds on the far left-hand side. And we're going straight into our middle 9 coverage. Now starting on another temporary hole. This is hole B, par 3, 373 feet. Again, we have the road playing as OB, and our players are just looking to clear this stage. Frustrating bogey for Tony. Moving on. Hole 5, par 4, 674 feet. Again, this one is now moved. This is our first par 4 of the day. The basket is now moved to be across the road, so definitely lengthens the fairway, Corey.
Even a 6 with the OB up and around the basket.
Here we are, hole 6, par 4, 484 feet. This is our second par 4 of the day. And this one, as you see, is pushed way back. Definitely gives players here a lot of one par. Here we are, hole 7, par 3, 340 feet. This basket has also been moved, but probably in a more gettable position, would you say, Corey?
Yes, it's a bit friendlier. I think we're all relieved a little bit not to have to find our way to the other one.
But still got some challenges here. Just by that flight, I mean, the whole right side of the fairway is just littered with trees, and you really...
Yeah, the battle continues. Stroke back now.
Here we are into hole 8, par 4, 470. This one is originally a par 3, but now this basket's been pushed way back and has been converted to our third par 4. As you see there.
Nice graphic there. That was good.
And here we are onto hole 9, par 3, 275 feet. Another basket change, but pretty much a straightforward shot here, although I think this one probably takes away the chance of going OB. Would you say, Corey? Gap from really separating between the two of you here.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Just trying to keep the pedal down, not make any big mistakes.
Here we are, hole C, par 3, 306 feet. This is one of the temporary holes where our players have to go over a desert of sagebrush, but also in one stroke, so game on.
And I was grooving there for a little bit with 3, and now we're down to 1.
Here we are, hole D, par 3, 225 feet with a double mando with an island, 2 drop zones. If you missed the initial mando, you gotta go to drop zone 1. If you missed the island, you gotta go to drop zone 2.
It's an awesome hole they put in on the course. It's our 3-stroke lead, and now I'm a stroke behind. So there's definitely some thoughts going through my mind here. I need to right the ship and need to stop giving up strokes.
And here we are in our final hole of the middle 9, hole 10, par 3. Now this one is pushed farther back, 451 feet. Making our way over onto hole 11, par 3, 260 feet. 260 feet. It's a really pretty hole here as we see the drone fly through. A lot of trees to navigate, tidy fairway. Players are probably looking to go with maybe a sidearm throw, just a nice clean sidearm throw. And as we see here, there is a basket change. This one is pushed slightly behind. Now it's guarded by 2 trees. Here we are for another basket change. Hole 12, par 3, 258 feet. This one's just straight down the middle. Path is OB, and obviously we have a water hazard. And players are just looking to
you just don't want to undercook it and have your disc fade early. That's a play that can happen quite often. Just the grass is real short and compact, so ground play. I didn't gain a stroke of Joe, so just trying to keep the positive in that.
And here we are, hole 13. Fantastic view here where we have a double island hole, par 4, 425 feet. Players will elect here on this, you see this red line where you can go to island for a safe shot, or players could elect to just go for it the whole way. But if you miss that, you're shooting from the island. And it's still a gamble, but you still have to make that par. I mean, you still gotta, not drop any more strokes.
It's calculated. I think he knew what he was getting himself into, and he doesn't look too down on himself on it.
And here we are, another tricky hole basket change, hole E. 2-8. Now we're back to another close match. Here we are moving on to hole F, par 3, 346 feet. This is also tied as the hardest hole on the course. As you can see here, a peninsula green with OB surrounding it everywhere. Joe, take a blemish since the first 9.
Yeah,
and here we are, hole 15, par 3, 244 feet. This basket has now been moved above the walk wall to our right-hand side. It really changes the approach from for our players here. You go straight at it, or you can go.
Yeah, not the time to relax. We're getting down the final stretch.
And here we are, hole G, par 3, 203 feet. This basket has significantly moved. It's a lot closer now, but still provides
it has its own teeth in the
players
new
with its own challenge.
This hole was something else. The Idaho hole
still provides players with a challenge, and it's getting intense now. There's not many holes to go, and only one stroke out there between. Hole 16, par 3, 423 feet. Another basket change. This one is, Corey, this is in a much more challenging position for our card.
It is. This one here that you're seeing here had its own challenges, but being up and to the right, it brings a lot more to the great stretch.
His middle 9 was good. And here we are into the final hole. Hole 17. Par 3, 372 feet. This one has OB on the right and OB on the left. And this is another basket change. This basket is now moved down this bank, as you see, and there is a road that goes behind it. So, I mean, I guess you could say there's OB surrounding this, but it's a long straight fairway with an initial gap.